Hi, Queens, and welcome back to this week's episode of the Sexiest in the City podcast. I am your host, Fatima Ziwan. Welcome, motherfucking, back to a new episode. Okay, so today I want to talk about something that I feel like it will block people from getting their blessings. A lot of people will be so caught up in trying to perfect life or trying to wait for the right moment to start a project or to start becoming something or to be a certain character. Like, you're always just waiting for everything to fall into place, that you never end up getting what you want, and then you're stuck in this stagnancy, right? And so in order to get your manifestations and your blessings to come through, you need to release all of that need to wait for the right moment and to perfect everything, because at the end of the day, the right moment doesn't exist and it's all you have is right now. And so I just want to talk to you guys today about that, queens. So let's get into today's motherfucking episode. For most of my early 20s, I would always tell myself that everything just needed to be just right for me to start a project or for me to do anything. I remember one time, like, one of my old friends, she was just telling me, one day, when I lose the weight, I want to pop out and post on Instagram and, start being this persona that she had told me that she had wanted to be, like a bad bitch, like, a baddie, how it be. But it's like, sitting down thinking about it, at the end of the day, time doesn't exist. Like, the idea of time, it's all an illusion. When you wait for a moment to be just right, you are the one holding yourself back from actually living in that moment right now. I understand that we're at our current where we're at and then we want to get to our desire. But I feel like when you want to manifest something and you want to bring things into fruition, it's very important to just realize that there will never be a good moment. It will never be perfect, and it will just be as is. I actually wrote down things that I want to go over, so I'm going to break them down into 3 parts. So number 1 is the big 3. So Dr. Joe Dispenza came up with 3 things that are a limiting factor in the human experience. These are the 3 things that stop a lot of people from changing and manifesting a new reality. Your environment, so like the external stimuli, friend groups that trigger you, relationships, like the outside world, your environment. Number 2 is your body, so your physical body and your spiritual body, like the emotions that you feel in your body. And then 3 is time. And this one is what I'm going to be talking about in this week's episode, because I think this is really important and it can block a lot of people from seeing their manifestations come into fruition. So I wrote this down. I want to read off my notes so then I can go deeper into what I'm trying to say. The mind's obsession with the past or waiting for the future. You must lose track of the time paradigm and ground your awareness completely in the present moment. Time is an illusion, and I'm going to go deeper into that, but you have your body, you have your environment, and then you have time. And I do feel like so many people are so caught up in like shit that happened to them, all the negative shit that happened. Like, think about it. When you're in environments, right, and you're talking to people, they're usually talking about something that happened to them in the past, or sometimes they'll be too into the future, like something and it doesn't need to be negative or positive. It can be like you're too ahead of the program. Like, can we get back into the motherfucking present for a minute? That is a limiting factor for the human experience when you're so obsessed with the idea of time, with what has happened, what will happen, instead of just being here right now. We're trying to manifest, like, for example, myself with trying to get into shape, or at one point I really wanted to start a podcast, but I was always just waiting for the right moment to start the podcast. But you have to, like, to bridge those things together, you have to realize that time is an illusion, and all you are and all you will ever be is who you are right now. And when you can realize that, you'll be able to make changes into your daily routine to where it aligns to who you want to be, and not just like this idea that's just floating around in the possibility and the maybe, and it's like, no, I'm this now. Point blank, period. There's no right moment to start anything. Like, I cannot stress this enough. I feel like so many people are waiting to be financially capable, to be in shape, to be looking a certain way. But it's like, there is no moment but now. There is no future that's been promised. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop getting distracted by all the bullshit ass external. Sit down for a minute, turn off the phone, turn off the podcast, turn off everything, and listen to your voice, listen to your mind. And that's where you'll find the answer on who you want to be. And so, like, once you realize who you want to be, stop stopping yourself and procrastinating or waiting for it to be the perfect moment or trying to perfect it. Like, I get it that we are creators, we are artistic, but at the end of the day, you end up stopping yourself more when you're trying to overthink it, overtweak it. I've noticed that, like, so many people are trying to wait for the right time and the right way to do things, and it's like, that is such a waste of fucking time. And I think the more spontaneity, is that even a fucking word? The more spontaneous something is, the more fun I'll end up having in it. Like, usually when a day has been planned, okay, it's chill or whatever. But when the day has been like, okay, we're just gonna go the way the wind takes us, we're gonna see how the day goes, usually those be the most fun days to me. Or sometimes I'll overthink the way I post on Instagram. I'll be like, I'm trying to curate it to the way I like it, but then it gets too much. Like, just post the fucking picture. And so I think when I get out of my head and just post the picture, that picture usually ends up doing better on, or not even picture, or even a TikTok, like that usually ends up doing better, or even a YouTube video, like anything that I am not overthinking, I usually end up doing better at it than when I'm so trying to nitpick it and trying to like tweak it out. Like, you spend so much energy on that could be going somewhere else. Like, so much energy is being wasted to the past, to the future, and you're never spending your energy actually creating your own life that you live in currently. Not like this dream that you're playing with. That is a very limiting thing in the human experience, is this idea that we're on the measurement of time. Life is not promised. Time is a fucking illusion. When you can actually understand that, you'll stop waiting. Like, stop waiting to start your fucking life. If you want to make a TikTok page, make the fucking TikTok page. If you want to start streaming, start fucking streaming. If you want to make music, start making music. Like, there's no perfection to make here. There's no, I need to tweak it a little bit. I need to make it just a little bit. Just start that shit, and you gonna get better along the way. Like, you will become this character. You will manifest what you're looking for when you release that need to make it fucking perfect, or like just trying to procrastinate until it feels just right, because it will never feel just right, because all you have is right now. This is the only moment you have right now. The past, where is it? Can we bring it here? Can we bring it forth? No, we can't, because it's not here. The future, can we bring it forth? We can't, because it's not here. It's not physically here. Don't let your mind wander off into this like daydreaming reality where you're thinking about the past or the future and you're not fully present in this moment. That's why I wanted to bring up the big three, so we can kind of get an idea of the things that stop a lot of human beings from manifesting a new reality. I wanted to, talk to you all a little bit about the time aspect. And of course, there's other aspects to it like environment and body, but that's not what we're going to get into today. We're going to get into time, because that's something that I found myself struggling with a lot, where I'm like, okay, no, I don't want to post this until it's like the right moment to have the right outfit, or I don't want to hit the gym until I've gotten my meal plan in check. But like, it's a waste of energy. It's such a waste of energy that could be flowing into something that will actually better your life. So like I was talking about right now, how I was saying you must lose track of the time paradigm. You must lose track of the time paradigm. And you must be thinking like, bitch, how the fuck we gonna lose track of the time paradigm? Like, what we gonna do? First, before I can explain how to remove the time paradigm, I want to explain it in a more simple term, why people and not really people, but scientists say that time is an illusion. So imagine a long movie film. The beginning, middle, end, all recorded, and it's on the table. So there's like a DVD and it's on the table. The whole movie's been recorded, and here's this movie. If we were to go and start the movie from one piece of the movie at a time, in our heads, as our perspective, we're watching this movie play out. But the idea of time is that we are basically, imagine looking outside of the perspective of time, and you sit here and you realize that the past, the present, and the future all exist at one time. So like at the end of the day, this movie, the beginning of the movie, the middle of the movie, the end of the movie, it's all been made. And so we're sitting here and we're looking at this DVD. And that's kind of what our life is. Like, time already exists. Everything's already been written out. So we're just experiencing life. There's obviously more detail with science and light and time and everything, and gravity and space and all that shit. But all you guys need to know is the past, the present, and the future is all happening right now. That's all you need to motherfucking know. Everything is just now. Everything. Time is just an illusion. Time is not real. And when you're so focused on the measurement of time, like, oh, it's 2 o'clock, oh, it's 3 o'clock, or it's a Monday, or for example, I'm too old, I'm getting too old to do something. Like, you're so obsessed with the idea of time when time does not fucking exist. All we have is right now. Everything that has been, everything that will ever be, all the potential is right in this moment. And so that's kind of why I tell you guys, people are too focused on time and they're too worried about like trying to make things the right moment, when it's like, all we got is right now. You need to lose track of the time paradigm. Stop fucking caring. Like, stop fucking caring on the judgment of other people that you're not making it at a certain point in your life than you should be, or feeling like you're behind because you're looking on social media. Like, stop worrying about all the external bullshit. If you want to lose weight, for example, you cannot be like, I want to lose weight in 6 months. Like, you have to release the idea of when you will lose weight. You just have to become a person that has lost weight. So like, a person that loses weight goes on walks, prioritizes what they eat, prioritizes a meal plan, prioritizes a workout plan, puts things into their mind that, because at the end of the day, I think as within, so without. If you are not like feeding your mind things like knowledge and educating yourself and discipline, diving into that lifestyle, you're not going to be that type of person that is 1000% on it, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to start implementing these routines. But like, I've talked about it in all my other videos, so if you guys want to check it out. The number one thing to lose track of time is when you get into this thing we call flow state. Whenever you're doing something you love and you're in that flow state, you lose track of time. That is why flow state is important for manifestation, because when you're doing something you love, you're not worried about what time it is, how much time we got left, because you're so in that moment, right? So like, you have to find things that bring your spirit and your heart happiness. Like, that's all it really comes down to. So like, for example, with the podcast, it's like, if you want to start something, if you want to start a YouTube channel, or if you want to do something, you don't have to wait to be that person when you can just be that person right now and do the things that that person would right now, regardless of anything else. Like, life is going to be a challenge. That's no question, right? We're going to go through good and bad, no matter if you're rich, you're poor, if you have your success, if you don't have success. The human experience comes with challenges, okay? So if you want to become a person that has what you want to have, you need to start doing things that that person would do and start enjoying those things, right? And reaching that flow state. That is how you close the bridge and close the gap between who you are now and who you want to be, is when you are so immersed into something you love that you reach flow state. When we're at a low vibration, so when we're feeling emotions of shame, guilt, fear, grief, we're in a low state of vibration. And the only way to attract things that you want is to match the frequency of that desire. And most of the time, things that, okay, for example, if you want to be rich, or if you want to be in shape, or you want to be successful, what emotions would you feel when you have those things? You'd most likely feel enlightenment, love, joy, peace. So if you want to become a magnetic match to the desire that you want, you need to have the emotion of the person that is already experiencing what you have. I think that's all it comes down to. It's like elevating your emotion. Whenever you're in a state of grief, anger, sadness, you end up manifesting those type of situations. So it's very important to elevate your mind, elevate your energy constantly. You guys have heard the saying before, where focus goes, energy flows. That's why it's important to keep elevated emotions, because if you're in a state of low vibration constantly, all your mind will be able to see is everything that's going wrong and none of the shit that's going right. Things like time, things like your environment, your body, like that, when you're so worried about it and it triggers you on a daily, that is a state of low vibration. If you want to manifest, you need to elevate your energy and elevate where your attention is going. Like, it actually really fucking matters. Pay attention to the things that you're thinking about, the things that are constantly ruminating in your mind. Because if you want to manifest a life, you need to figure out where that attention is going. Because like I said, time is just an illusion and all you have is now. So you want to make sure that your energy is going towards high vibrational things, like keeping that state of happiness and that state of joy. And obviously we're human and our emotions differentiate, but it's like trying your best to constantly keep your emotions elevated, especially when it has to do with your desires and your manifestations and your dreams. In order to reach flow state, you have to start doing things that you love. You want to keep your energy high and your vibration high, because the things that you want will find you easier. Like, when you're this negative piece of shit ass ball, like, you're not going to be able to manifest a lot of shit, because you're always seeing everything that's going wrong and you're never grateful for everything that's going right. Get the fuck over to time is an illusion, and start doing things that you love, things that bring your vibration up, so you can reach that flow state. To enter flow state, you need to have tunnel vision, right? You can't be worried about all the noise and all like the background shit. When horses are racing, they'll put blinders on the side of their eyes so they can't see the peripheral vision. So put your blinders on. You tunnel vision. Don't worry about what could go wrong, about this, is that, and the third. What is the desire you want? If you want to lose weight, if you want to start a podcast, what is the desire that you want? And put the tunnel vision on. What would it be like if you had it? If you were in shape, you would probably be at a state of enlightenment, at a state of peace, at a state of happiness, joy. And like, keep that feeling constantly when you're trying to manifest something. Put the motherfucking blinders on and tunnel vision on what you want. And don't worry about the time aspect of it. Like, there will never be the right moment. You shouldn't be worried about how long it's taking, how long it will take. None of that. Like, for example, with me in the podcast, like, I just started this podcast. I'm nothing crazy. This is just for funsies. But if I'm so worried about trying to be a successful podcaster and when will happen, and I'm trying to get 1 million on YouTube, and you're ruining the fun of it. At the end of the day, if I want to be a podcaster, if I want to do YouTube, I want to turn on the camera, I'm gonna edit my videos, and I'm gonna do what that is. And I'm not going to be worried about the time that it's taking or none of that extra bullshit. I bought my mic, I got my camera, and I edit, and I'm not going to worry about how long it's going to take me or none of it. I'm just doing what I enjoy because I know that all I have is this moment and life is not promised. So if you want to lose weight, don't get too caught up in the future idea of losing weight or how you used to lose weight. Like, do it now. Like, be in shape now, be healthy now. And ways that you could do that is by keeping a high vibrational energy, being grateful for what you do have, the knowledge that you have, and then actually being that person now. I think people are too caught up in the past. For example, I think for me, that was a big one for me. It's like I was so caught up in the people that have hurt me or like all the shit that has went wrong in the past that I was so stuck in that and I couldn't evolve into something better. And of course, I'm still growing. I'm a human being. I don't think I'm far from motherfucking perfect. I never want you guys to listen to my podcasts and think of me as like I'm a perfect person. I know what I'm doing. This is just, I'm making this out of my experience and all the things that I've learned up until who I am right now. And that will constantly forever be changing. So I think that for a long time, I was so caught up in the people that wronged me and all the things that went wrong in the past that it stopped me from living in a moment, in a now moment where I can be happy, where I have people that care about me, where I actually enjoy my life. I really had to catch myself where it's just like, none of that shit matters. Prioritize what you do in this moment because all you will ever have is this moment. And so where your attention goes, energy flows. So focus on everything that is going right and focus on the things that you could do now to better your life and to close that gap. So whatever the desire is, make sure that whenever you're living in this moment, you're living as the person that you want to show up as, and you feel that way. And you have to reach a point where you're no one at no time, at no place. So who do you want to be? Why is my throat dry? Hold up. Like, I'm literally out of breath. Hold on. I feel like I'm so all over the place with this episode, so I kind of hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Something I struggled with for so long. For example, right? There was a point in my life where I was sitting down and I was watching people make self-improvement videos and YouTube videos and they were posting on their TikToks, and I was a consumer of it. And I would just be like, nah, when I have the money or when I'm in shape or when I could do my makeup a certain way, then I'll start posting the videos. Then I'll start doing this. But like, nothing is ever promised right now. So why am I waiting? What the fuck is we waiting for? What the fuck is we waiting for? It's really important to ground yourself. I think meditation is another way you can ground yourself. Bring yourself back into this moment. As human beings, when you're trying to survive and you're in survival, it's very hard to do the things that you want to do because your brain tries to protect itself. And sometimes protecting yourself can look like procrastination, especially with women. It can look like trying to wait for the right moment and trying to perfect things because you can't take any more. Like, I understand that. Like, we're not the richest fucking people on the planet. We're not Elon Musk. Like, we have to go to work. We have to, we have to live. We have to survive. And especially in the state of the world right now, like, you're not fucking crazy for feeling like everything is chaotic, because it is. And you won't even know until 200 years, 300 years, and it's written in the textbook. So you know what I'm saying? How much shit we was in. So give yourself that grace, that kindness. Like, we are in tough times. We in tough times, babe. If you have a desire, do not worry about anything else but the small steps that you could take to get that desire, and remaining grateful for that, and remaining happy that you even have this desire. And of course, it takes practice. Like, I think everything in life is a skill that you need to learn, but that is a really big skill where you have to detach, like the law of detachment. Detach and assume that it's yours, babe. Nothing is promised, so all you could do is live in your truth. So if you want to lose weight, if you want to start posting content, if you want to whatever whatever the desire is, I'm just speaking from my own personal thing, but whatever your personal desire is, like, you need to detach from your environment and from your body, and then most importantly from time. There will never be a right moment. There's no point in sitting here procrastinating and waiting for the perfect time. That is something I'm learning so much, where if you want to do something, it's better to just do it, because it's always going to just be a potential of like, I might do it in the future, or like I used to do it in the past. But we want to be happy now. We want to be in a state of gratefulness now, and we want to have our manifestations now. Like, come on. Take risks, yes, but detach from the time, detach from the measurement of time. It's all an illusion. It's not real. Everything that you want is already yours. You just need to start matching that vibration of your desire. Like, anything that you want, the reality that you're thinking of. If you guys have not watched the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, you guys should watch that, because I think it really explains how you can be everything you are right now. There's a rich version of you, there's a poor version of you, a skinny version of you, a fat version of you. There is a version of you that exists in the quantum realm, in the quantum field, and it's up to you to match the frequency of the person that has that. If I want to start a podcast, you have to match the frequency of the person that starts a podcast. Or if you want to get in shape, you need to match the frequency of the person that's in shape. Because so many people ask me like, oh, how did you lose all that weight? How did you do it? What workouts did you do? And of course there's workouts, like, yes, caloric deficit, and going on walks and prioritizing moving every single day. Like, yes, there's actual things to lose weight, but it is also a mental thing that you can get your manifestation so much faster if you detach from the time it will take to be that person that's in shape and just start living as that now. So like, start walking, start eating healthy, and stop worrying about the extra nonsense, the extra noise. Like, what happened in the past to you and what might happen to you in the future, it's all extra noise. You gotta put the blinders, babe. Like, all that shit is noise. All that shit's in your peripheral. Have your desire, have your goal, and if you want to close that gap, just show up as that person. Feel that emotion of what it would feel like for that person to have that, and what would that person do? How would that person live? And you don't need money to have that. Anything is possible with who you are now. As long as you have your mind, as long as you have your brain, as long as you have yourself, your soul, your spirit, you can manifest anything you want. Like, I'm so dead fuck serious. Think about how many celebrities, they have so much money and they start a brand, or they try to like make music, but they fail. They fail fucking miserably, because you can have all that money and that marketing. It doesn't matter, because as long as you have your spirit and your soul, you will be able to manifest anything that you want into this planet. Because if you look at the table that you're or the chair that you're sitting on right now, or the couch, or the bed, or if you look at the object that's in front of you, 10 times out of 10, that object was just an idea that was in another human being's mind that they brought into fruition. So at the end of the day, we are all just creators, and this universe is just a playground for people to create. So I think that if you want to start manifesting, you need to start detaching from the idea of time, and like, the things need to be just right for it to happen, because we're not promised tomorrow, and yesterday doesn't fucking exist anymore. So all we have is right now. Like how you're watching this video and you're listening to my voice right now, you just have right now. So prioritize yourself, prioritize your dreams. And that just looks like showing up for yourself every single day, grounding yourself in the now, and just realize that it's only a matter of time. Like, it's only a matter of time for everything to fall into place. As long as you're showing up as the person, being the person that you want to be, everything will fall into place. I promise you. Like, if you want to lose weight, don't worry about how long it's going to take, the meal plans, or how long it's taken. Just show up. Be that person now, and just watch how quickly your life changes. Your desire already exists. The version of you that has everything you want, it already exists. You just need to choose the present moment to close that gap. You need to choose what you do now that will bring you closer to who you're trying to be, and just continue to live in that now. Continue to ground yourself. Find new skills, new ways. There's meditation, there's journaling, there's just sitting down and coming back to your body, coming back to your senses, and not letting your mind get carried away with all the extra shit, all the extra noise. Put your blinders on, have that tunnel vision on your dreams, and just show up every single day as who you want to be, regardless of anything else. I post every single Thursday. I also post on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you guys want to hear this on the go, I'll put the links down below in the description. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in next week's episode. Peace and love. Bye, queens.